welcome back to another video, and this is July flip through of my documented life. And like I said in my last video for June, I think I skipped a week in June, so I think this is July. So the prompt for July, the theme was ephemera, and week 27 was old maps, letters, tickets. And the background here is actually from, I don't have it handy, but a lot of hotels have them. They're booklets with, there's sometimes they have coupons for shows and stuff, but they list all what's happening through that week, you know, what places to eat and all that. So I took those out and glued them onto both sides of the pages. Then I took the Elmo Studio circle die, or not die, stencil, and also the diamond one as well. And I took my neon colors, craft paints in the neon purple, neon pink, and neon blue, and went over that. And then I went over that with black circles. And originally I was going to use craft paint, and the circles are actually from a game board. They're the empty shell of like game pieces. Now you're left with like, it's a really cool stencil. That's what I use for the circles here. And like I said, originally I was going to use craft paint, but that would take too much time. I didn't like the coverage, so I used my Delusion spray in black. And let that dry. And then I printed this picture of me in front of the Las Vegas sign when we first got here. And I went over the edges with silver Faber-Castell craft stick, which is like a gelato, but it's the kid version. So that's week 27. Week 28, this is how I knew I screwed up. Week 28 is focal point versus layering, and the journal prompt was time keeps on ticking. So I did some various sprays, and this flower spray, or flower stencil is actually, well, both these stencils, this one and this one, is actually cut from my cameo. And then I did some stamping with watches and clock faces, I should say, and I forget who the stamp set is by. I had it a long time. It's a clear stamp set. And then I had it, I typed out time keeps on ticking on the computer, printed it out, glued it on, and went over it with my Stabilo pencil. And I went over the edges with my gel stick in gold. But this one I went over, I had to use duct tape, the mini duct tape, and you'll see why on the next page. But actually week 28. Week 29 is photo memories. And this is why I had to use duct tape. It better be a cool idea if it worked. I had these pink foil that Miss Rose sent me a while back. And I was going through stuff. My napkins, my tissue paper, I moved it to a bigger container. And the foil was actually in that container. So I took that out and glued them with Mod Podge onto the journal page, and when I cut the edges off, it was coming up. So that's why I had to use the duct tape to seal the edges, and you can see it's coming up over here as well. But after I glued down the foil, which stayed well, all this, I glued down the napkin, which I got from Dollar Tree. And then that's when I cut everything, and then after it dried, I discovered that it was coming up on the edges, so I used duct tape. I didn't have enough of this duct tape, so I had to use this one. That's why it's different. And then I printed another picture at the same time. I printed this one of Winslow, Arizona, because we drove through Winslow, Arizona, and we stood on the corner of Winslow, Arizona. And that's what I wrote on there. So that's that one. I like the page of stupid foil when it stayed. And on week 30, which I think is the last one. Yeah, this is the last page for July, was real life at this moment, and it's a hot mess. I will admit it. I used this contact paper that I had when I got out when I was doing this page, because like I said, I was going through my napkins and stuff, and this was in there, so I took that out. I did some more stencils, because that was what was nearby, and the zebra stencil from Crafters Workshop. I laid it on the whole thing and tried to make it work, and it wasn't working. And so I typed, "At this moment, my life is a hot mess." I used, for the stencils, I used color wash, and I think an Unplanned. So that's the page, and I think that's the last one for July, and I'll be back in a couple weeks or so for August flip, hopefully, if I remember. So that's it for now, and thanks for watching.